Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to do a renovation to our front storage compartment, also referred to as the basement. We want to be able to maximize our space under there. We also want to make it a little easier access to get to our back side of our panel where all of our water lines hook up at in case we do have a leak. We can get access to it very easily. So stick around, enjoy, and watch what we do. So in order to start this project, we needed to completely empty our basement out. This would give us room to move around and get everything we needed done in there. Once we emptied everything out of our basement, we wanted to remove the panel that we were doing a modification on. It used to go curved angle. Now we were going to make it go straight with a door at the other side. That would give us easy access. Now once we got everything out of there, we needed to clean it out. All of your RVers know that your basements get very, very dirty. So we wanted to start with a clean project at least so we wouldn't be rolling around in dirt. Once we got everything completely cleaned out, we needed to measure. Now we were making this wall straight now, so we wanted to make it straight from one end to the other end. So we measured that, drew our line where the new channel was going to go, so we would have that reference, and then our door is going to go there. Now we used an aluminum channel. This way would keep down on the weight. You don't want to add a lot of weight to your camper. And we also wanted to pre-drill our holes. That would make it easier to work with once we got inside there in a confined space. Now, once all the holes were completely pre-drilled, we simply install it. We need self-tapping screws on the top because you're going into aluminum. On the bottom, you could simply use just plain wood screws because you were just screwing it into the floor. We already had our line there to line up, and we had modified it on the top as well. So once we got that done, we measured for our vertical bar that would allow the channel for the doors to stop at one end and also allow us a place to mount the hinges. Once we got the vertical bar put in place, it was time to cut the door. We measured the complete length of that area, and then we cut one big door at first. Once we got one big door cut, we needed to cut that in half, which would give us two equally sized doors that would slide back and forth on each other. So we got that done. Wanted to go in there and test them, make sure we got them cut just right. They fit in perfectly. They do slide back and forth. Now we're not going to be going in there very often, but it's a lot easier than taking screws out. Once we did that, we went ahead and marked our holes for our hinge, and we got that mounted up. The door would be easy open to give us access to our water pipes in case we had a leak or anything. Once we tested everything, then it was time to add carpet to it just to dress it up and make it prettier. Cut the carpet pieces out. We used 3M spray glue. Want to spray it completely on one side. That's the side that's going to be down to the carpet. And then we drew our lines so we knew where we would need to spray glue at when we were done. This way you don't have a ton of glue wasted, and it keeps the project a little cleaner because this glue is very tacky and sticky once you get it on your hands. Once we got that done, we just fine-tuned the corners so they matched up evenly, and it looks pretty good. Now keep in mind, this is on the inside. You'll never see it. Once we done that, we just needed to add some door handles to give you something to hold on to when you were sliding it. Now these doors are a little stiff. You can work with that and make it a little better, but we're not using that section that often. We wanted to add a hinge or a door handle over to the door side. That allows you to open up and gives you access to work on pipes if you need to, real easy, rather than having to take a whole entire panel out every time. Now Karen had another project. She wanted me to hang a couple bins. So we bought a 3-foot piece of angle, cut it into 4 9-inch pieces. Again, pre-drilled all the holes to make it easier to work with. Once we pre-drilled our holes and we got up into the camper, back in here, and as you can see, this is confined space, so really hard to do if you didn't have these holes pre-drilled. We put these in place. Now we were able to purchase a bin from Walmart that was 16.5 by 13 by 6 5/8 deep. It fits right in between our rafter our beams there, which is really neat. So I'm not sure if every camper is that way, but I'd recommend measuring in between there before you go to Walmart and then find a bin that matches perfectly like this one does. Now, we were also going to add a couple hangers. We have a broom. We have our measuring pipe for our slides so we know how far they come out. We also have an old broomstick that we use in case the toilet ever gets stopped up. You can push stuff out of the way easily. We needed somewhere to store that other than just throwing it in there, and this works. But we have a finished project now, a lot cleaner looking, a lot more room, bins up in here, and we even bought this extra bin here to put some brooms and other supplies into to keep them neat and tidy. One of our bins was used for water supplies and one was for our sewer connections, so we keep them out of our way now, and we have more room. As you can see now, the door opens up. Here's all the backside of all of our pipes. So much easier if you have a problem, a leak or something, you can just open this up, easy to work on it. That was our project and our goal. A couple final pictures just to show you what it looks like. Hope you enjoyed.